But by and large, we use the 7 kosha approach. We analyze you kosha by kosha. Though in the normal Hindu faith, we have 6 koshas, we have 7 here. So the first kosha we analyze is your body. We see is your body okay or not. Because the DNA is there, how your DNA is, you have genetic memory, your muscle memory, how they are functioning, what's happening in your gut. So all these things we study. We're studying your Annamaya kosha. How we study, that I'll tell you later. For which, of course, you must be a mystic. And we try to set it right. We can do all that quite fast. After some time, you get the result. So you could be having some financial problem, but we'll start with your Annamaya kosha, which also could cause financial problem. All koshas affect every other kosha. Every kosha affects every other kosha. So we study the Annamaya kosha. So sometimes we might give you advice as to what food to eat. In Kalki Ajna, we give that. So we generally work on the Annamaya kosha to start with. Having done that, we go to the Pranamaya kosha. You all know the Pancha Pranas, the 5 pranas are there. They only keep your body ticking. You are alive because of those Pancha Pranas. If one of them weakens, you leave the body, you're taken away. So we study those pranas, how strong they are or how weak they are, what is wrong with what prana. And fortunately, we have the power to affect the pranas. We can do it in seconds, actually. We can change the pranas, make a weak one strong, or some pranas extremely strong, you would make it weak. We would go for balancing. Then only you'll have good health. If one of them is too weak or too strong, your health will be affected. Leave alone the Annamaya kosha, it is something. This Pranamaya kosha is very important, which can disturb your health, which could also cause financial problems or any problem for that matter. As I told you, every kosha can affect every kind of problem. So this we do by adjusting the Pancha Pranas. Then having done that, we move to Karmamaya kosha. What is the karma that is flowing through you? What is coming from past lives? What is coming from your ancestors? What is coming from your life? So all these things we see, and then accordingly we try to work on that, or we might suggest something to you. If you're having a financial problem because of what happened in your past life, then how to handle that? If it is so because of your ancestors, how to handle that? So everything depends upon the karma. This karma can affect your health, can affect your financial problems, can affect any problem. We look into that. After having looked into the Karmamaya kosha and done something there, sometimes we take time also. Sometimes it is fast. When sometimes it's fast, you would see it's a miracle. Sometimes when you do take time, you might miss the miracle. After the Karmamaya kosha, we go into the Manomaya kosha. How this mind, how it is functioning in you. All minds are the same, essentially. Now, this mind is very, very ancient. All the minds have fear. All the minds are fighting for survival. All the minds create the self. Self is in the center of the mind. So it's a very ancient mind, thousands and thousands of years old. So that is why we say it is the ancient mind. We also use the term the one mind. Not much difference between your mind and somebody's mind. Only the content changes. Like for example, you desire something, the other person desires something else, but desire is the same. You have fear, the other person fears. Fear is the same, but what you fear changes. Similarly, you will have some likes, and the other person will have some other likes, but likes are there, dislikes are there. And all people are processing through thought. Thought is functioning all the time, which all the time moves from the past through the present into the future, the same pattern. Now, we try to see what is the content of your mind. What is it your mind is afraid of? What is it desiring? What are its likes and dislikes, which are caused by the programs and other things? We work on that. So I'm moving very fast. because this is not a class for teaching how to work on that. Just tell you what is happening. Manomaya kosha. Then we move into the Vijnanamaya kosha, your knowledge body. What is the knowledge which has gone to you, which also comes through the culture? So, what has been pumped into you by your parents, by your school, by the society in which you have lived? What has come through that? And then your education, and then your work, and then your life situation. So, and nowadays, especially the social media, most of you are addicted to the social media and to television. And what is it that is continuously pouring through you? Most of 90% of what is pouring in is absolute rubbish and nonsense and quite harmful. And most of it is false also, not even true. All that is coming into, but you would not know that. It's so cleverly and beautifully planned, especially with most of them also using AI. It's all nicely planned. So you would not even know that you are being brainwashed. It's happening all the time. And children especially are destroyed. Many governments are worried about it as to what to do. So this Vijnanamaya kosha should be having the right kind of knowledge, which it does not have nowadays. We do not have that kind of education. Education itself is very defective. And even if you're a good school, you cannot do much. The school is only a subsystem. It's the society, which is the system. System will affect the subsystem. I know this very well because I've run a school. So this Vijnanamaya kosha for most people is highly damaged. In fact, a lot of wrong knowledge also is there about health, wealth, relationship. A lot of wrong knowledge also is there, and some good knowledge also is there. So we look into that also, the Vijnanamaya kosha. Then we move to the Jnanamaya kosha. Jnanamaya kosha in English is also called gnosis. So directly experiencing. Now I can tell you, this flame, if you put your hand into that, it will burn your hand. You understand that. That comes out of Vijnanamaya kosha. But then suppose you put your hand into the flame and it gets burnt, then you know how it is. That is Jnanamaya kosha. It's direct experience. So you are not directly experiencing the world at all. The mind is coming in between. You look at a tree, the mind is giving commentary, which is direct experience. To some extent, everyone should be able to have some kind of direct experience. Normally it comes, but in this fast society, it is dying out. So we keep giving you mystical experiences so that you are given a certain dose of Jnanamaya kosha. Now, once that is through, we move on to Anandamaya kosha. So the core of your being is Ananda. This universe is filled with Ananda. Love and Ananda, the two are interchangeable. So you need Ananda. If we give you a dose of Ananda, most koshas would respond very well for that. One dose here, all koshas will slowly improve. That is why